This is Ann Manera, and I am here tonight for a live color along, and I'm coloring a page from my coloring book, A Bug's View, which is one of my newer books. And this page can be found on my website. You can go to my website. Let me put the link here, so you can get this page tonight. And if you have not printed it out already, then you'll be able to do that. It's free, I believe, until tomorrow night, and it should be pretty easy to get. All you have to do is you just have to download. You need to enter some information, but you just need to download it that way. Download it as a PDF. So let me just put that link there to get that free page. And be sure to make sure we enter the giveaway. So good night. Yeah, this is a good night for this color along because we have a co-host with me tonight. So tonight I have Ryan Donahue, who is from New Tech Innovations, and it is the company that makes these watercolor brush pens that I am using this evening. And I've used these over the past couple of days and played around with them. Of course, opened them as soon as the package arrived, and I love them. And I'm going to tell you my reasons why I love them, and tell you guys what's good about them. We're going to get to see how they blend. And we're also going to get to see what they're really like and put them right to the paper. So I'm coloring this page from A Bug's View, which is my coloring book. That's kind of a recent coloring book. So welcome, Ryan. Ryan's on the line with me, and he's our co-host tonight, and he's here to answer any questions we could possibly have about these watercolor brush pens. Welcome, Ryan. How are you tonight?
I'm great, thank you, Ann. How's everybody doing tonight? So I am one of the co-founders here at New Tech. Relatively new, about the last week, and this is one of our new products, these watercolor pens. They come in about 20 different colors. They also come with a water blending brush, which makes it really easy to blend colors, and there's not much mess when compared to normal watercoloring. And our sets, we actually sell on Amazon. Our sets also come with some postcards. They're watercolor postcards, and there's each one gets a PDF of a guide. If you haven't used something like this before, it shows you exactly how to use those. It's a guide that's emailed to you, and it also has about 30 pages for, it's a coloring book as well. So welcome everyone, and if you have any questions about how they're used or anything like that, feel free to type it in the comments below, and I will get to that as soon as possible.
Okay, awesome. So Suzanne is asking, where is Ryan Donahue originally from? Where are you originally from, Ryan?
I am from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey. So everyone teases me about my accent. So it's like this. I'm in New England. I'm in Southern New England. So everyone teases me, Ryan, that I have this accent, and they think I'm from either New Jersey or New York or Boston or. So you don't have an accent to me at all. Do I have an accent to you?
I don't think so.
No, because we're here up in the, that whole New Jersey, New York, Boston, Providence. It's all kind of the same thing. That blended accent. Yeah, exactly. So they all give me a hard time. They comment about how I say the word orange, and I even have a coloring page that's spelled how I say it, so it's on my website. So I'm just going to break right into coloring with these. And I am actually a very big fan of brush markers. I've been a big fan of brush markers since the beginning. And I'm going to try to keep up with these comments as best I can here. I've been a fan of brush markers from the very beginning, and I actually have another set that was a 12-pack, and I blew through it. I ran out of it, then I couldn't find them anymore, and my biggest complaint about a brush marker is that the brush on it does not ever feel like a paintbrush. And I paint, and I do painting commissions, and I do painting classes, so I love to have a brush in my hand. And the very, very first thing I noticed when I started using these was how much this feels like a real paintbrush. Because some brush markers are very stiff. So what can you tell us about the actual tip of this brush marker, Ryan?
So they are, I don't know the exact material, but they replicate the brush, just as you were saying, as close as we could get them. And they have little hairs at the end that separate a little bit.
They're definitely separating. I couldn't even believe it because it's hard to find a brush marker that separates like that. And I mean, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can definitely see it as I am kind of putting my finger through that brush. I don't want to ruin it, but it really does feel like a paintbrush. And I'm just using just regular paper that I printed from my printer, just 20-pound paper, and I'm blending these two pinks. So do the colors have names? Everyone's always going to ask that question.
Yes, we actually have all the names listed on the website on Amazon. And let me think. I could probably put those in the comments. Do you think that would help? I could just copy.
Well, if you could put the link, yeah. If you want to put the link to well, first of all, put the link to the brushes that are on Amazon. That would be to the markers that are on Amazon. That would be a good idea. So Ryan's going to link us over to the product on Amazon, and there's also a giveaway for these markers tonight, and that is I think it's an awesome giveaway. So you can go over to the pinned post and you can enter by tomorrow at noon Eastern time, and then the winner will be announced by tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. And you know, it's funny because I had a few people say to me, well, you know, I kind of won a lot of stuff and I'm not really sure, I feel funny entering. Enter, and if you're not going to use it for yourself, use it for a gift for Christmas, right? I mean, a lot of giveaways that are going to be coming up for my color alongs over the next couple of months. So I think that this is really an awesome one. So it really does truly feel like a paintbrush. I think that the only thing, I don't have anything negative to say about them, but I will say that you really have to, when you're using a brush marker, the only negative about a brush marker is that you have to really treat it gently on the paper. Wouldn't you say, Ryan?
Yep, absolutely. And it's not really a con because you're kind of comparing to normal marker.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I guess I'm just saying that because if you are a person that really loves to use markers, using a brush marker is totally different than using a regular marker.
Exactly.
Wouldn't let me enter. How are you using these without water? You don't need water in them. It's in the ink in the marker, Alexandria. And then, what's the other comment? Hey, Bonnie. Cindy is saying, I tried to do it and the website wouldn't let me enter. Cindy, I'll check to make sure that I have your email, but why don't you message me your email just in case, and I will make sure that you are entered. Because it should just let you enter your email into the giveaway form, into the entry form, and then it will ask you to, it should confirm, you might have to confirm it in your email. Did you check your email? You might have to confirm it. But definitely send me a message if you did not, if you feel like it didn't go through, and I'll make sure that you get entered. Tina is saying hello. Hello, Tina. Cindy is asking, can they be used on canvas? Good question. Can they be used on canvas, Ryan?
Yes.
So, well, you know what? I have a canvas. Should I try it? Because I have canvas right behind me. I'm going to grab one. I have a, it's actually brand new in the pack. These 3 little mini canvases that I just recently purchased. Let's see what happens to it. All wrapped up in plastic, of course. Oh, let's give someone something in plastic while they're live on a video. And then use a razor blade. So, I think they blend well. I think they really blend well because look at the difference in how vibrant that color is. This is a canvas. This is just a canvas panel. This is a linen canvas panel. So just to kind of give you an idea, that look at that. It really, and it picks up the texture, which all paint would pick up the texture. So that is definitely making a difference, and it is very wet. So I would let it dry. That's the other thing that I like about these markers that I noticed from the beginning was that when you put the color down on paper, it actually feels like you're using paint. Not only does it feel like you're using a paintbrush, but it actually feels like you're using paint, and it kind of like moves around a little bit. So how that's really a different feature, Ryan, compared to other brush markers that I've used. I don't know if has anyone else, does anyone else think that that's completely different? What do you think, Ryan? Was that something that you guys took a look at and said we really need to pay attention to that?
Yeah, I mean, we have had, we spoke with some other artists who have used them before when we were getting these manufactured or getting these designs. So that was part of our goal in creating these brush pens.
What other products do you guys make?
In the art scheme, these are the only products that we have. We do some other like hardware for doors and things like that. But this is our first time jumping into this niche, and I think we, you know, not to pat myself on the back, but I think we did a great job on these.
Yeah, they're very nice. They're really very, very nice. The other part is that the thickness, the barrel of the actual pen is much bigger than a typical brush marker. Usually they're very thin. And I think that really makes a difference, just how you hold it in your hand. I teach a coloring techniques class, actually, and I use different products and different techniques classes. And you know what? I don't have a techniques class on brush markers. This is giving me an idea to actually do a coloring techniques class of using brush markers, because I do one using colored pencils and I do one using watercolor pencils, but not brush markers. And I think that they definitely are something you kind of have to get used to. Alexandria is asking, do they bleed through? They do bleed through. They do bleed through. I have a piece of cardstock under here. If I had this in my coloring book, I would put another piece of paper. Anna is saying that she's never used a brush marker, so I'm excited to see these in action. I use brush markers a lot, and I just really like it because it just feels like a paintbrush. So I think that the fact that the ink actually, it kind of feels like the ink is flowing. I mean, you can't tell that on camera, I don't think. But it feels like it's actually flowing on the page, where I feel like I can actually kind of like move the ink around as I'm using it. So it really truly is more like painting than it would be coloring. Have you had that type of feedback, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like most of our users like to use something thicker. Kind of like the... Did you get a set of the postcards that came along with
Yes,
this?
I did. They're okay. Where are they? They were somewhere. Oh, here they are, right here. Yeah, definitely a thicker paper. I mean, these postcards are on a watercolor paper. Well, it's different than a watercolor paper because it's a watercolor cardstock. So there you can see the ink is just kind of you can move it. That's what I'm trying to really kind of emphasize, is that I don't know how else to explain that. Is that the ink actually, I'm moving the ink around, which makes it very, very blendable. Wouldn't you say? Do they dry out fast? Good question. Suzanne is saying she loves brush markers. How yeah, what do people think about the drying out part of it? And what would happen if I left the cap off by accident?
Well, if you left the cap off, it would dry out just like a typical marker. But we've seen users be able to use it on a lot of. I think that we tested out on 12 by 12 canvases.
Wow. Okay.
And we've been able to see maybe 10 to 12 full canvases with one set.
With one set. Wow,
Yes.
That's amazing. That is definitely amazing. Yeah, it's definitely, I think that the biggest thing that I would say about brush markers in general is that they really are, and I'm going kind of fast tonight because I always like to finish the page during the color along, because how frustrating is it that you don't see a finished page when someone's doing a video. So I always want to make sure that I finish that page. But, and I want to kind of just play with the marker, and so the kind of more of a demonstration too while we're doing this. But where was I going with that train of thought? I think that, the thing I want to really emphasize with brush markers is it really is like painting, because when you're coloring, you're brushing down further, and you're really, the contact with the paper is really totally different. Tina is asking me to do some color blending, and I am going to do some color blending. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a light green here. And then I'm going to blend this with, on that green, I'm going to put some yellow. Bonnie's asking, are they refillable?
No, they're not. They're not the typical kind of refillable markers.
I always worry about refillable markers. Like I use Faber-Castell Pitt pens and to draw my coloring books with. And recently, another artist said to me that you can refill them. And I thought to myself, well, that's great, but I feel like I'd have ink everywhere. So I don't really, I mean, it kind of reminds me of filling like ink cartridges for your printer. I don't know if I want to be that ambitious and do that.
Yeah, I feel like it would just be too messy. And they are pretty reasonably priced, so for what you get. So we didn't want to go that extra step.
Yeah, I mean, do a lot of you refill everything? So I'm doing, look, I put a first layer here of yellow. And now I'm actually going to put some light green here. And then I'm going to go with a darker green and blend from the bottom up to see what happens to that one. Suzanne's saying, yes, please do some blending. Okay, I'm blending. Anna is saying, are these rules on this color page color? There's no rules, Anna. There's no rules. No rules for this one. I have a week. Anna is referring to, well, I think this is why Anna is asking this question, because I have a coloring group and we have a weekly color along in my coloring group, and every day I post, well, this week we're doing color and texture. So every morning I post what color that we're using for the day and what type of texture we have to do. So there's no rules, Anna, at all. So I'm going back over this now with that light green. So just to kind of get rid of that line. So I think this did a good job with blending, and it kind of went from the darker green at the bottom and it kind of blended up. Wouldn't you say that kind of worked out well?
Yeah, it looks great.
So they're definitely fun to use, that's for sure. So so what other questions do you guys have? Are you willing to, what do you think? How many of you actually use brush markers? I think they're kind of maybe the one marker, the one product that I don't see as many people actually using. There's just so many, plus there's so many different things out there, you know? But they're definitely one product that I kind of feel like gets put on the back burner, or maybe people are intimidated. So I think I definitely need to, now that I'm playing with these, I definitely need to incorporate this into my coloring techniques classes to kind of really give a demonstration and learn how to actually use these. Very vivid colors. Afina is asking, have you considered doing a giveaway for one of your classes? I have, Afina. I have. And there will be a giveaway for classes coming up before the end of the year. What I'm trying to do with my coloring techniques classes is, my coloring techniques classes, Ryan, are paid classes. They're kind of like a, this similar to a color along in that we're demonstrating, but a color along is much more community, social based type thing. And I have some coloring techniques classes now that are paid, and they're held in a secret Facebook group, and we really dive deep into the whole thing. They're like an hour and a half, but I'm turning them into on-demand videos also. So you have the option of having a live class that you can attend, or you can watch it on demand by buying just the video. So so I think that would be kind of a cool class, these here. But I'm definitely going to do a giveaway, because I'm going to have a giveaway coming up on my actual website, where if you make a purchase, you'd be entered to win something. So that giveaway of those classes might be on that. Hey, Trisha Mason. Bonnie's never tried these before, and tried them once but don't have any. Yeah, so hopefully you can definitely send me your email just in case. So Ryan, where can we buy these? We can buy these on Amazon?
Yes, we have them on Amazon exclusively right now, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. We found that that was probably the best way to jumpstart these, to reach most of the audience. Every once in a while, you know that some artists like to go to a small shop around town, but we found this is a great way to reach our community.
Well, Amazon is definitely the go-to place for whatever you want to. I mean, I feel bad for the online retailers sometimes competing, especially if you have Amazon Prime. That's the draw, right? Is that 2-day shipping. Forget if it's free anywhere else. It's the 2-day.
Right.
You know, I mean, I just ordered something the other day that we got here in less than, 2 days, but I ordered it late Tuesday night and it was here by like 4 o'clock this afternoon. So, less than 2 days, really. So,
Yes.
Yeah, so there's that draw right there with that. Even if it's not free shipping, at least you're going to get it quickly because we have no patience anymore in society, right?
Well,
We want everything yesterday. That's terrible that happens to us, but we really do. So, I'm just going to kind of play around with these different colors, make it real. They're definitely very vivid, as Yvonne said. Definitely a very, very vivid color. So what made you guys jump into the marker business? Or jump into the coloring community?
Our other products are pretty creative as well. So we want to go along that same scheme. It's, you know, we feel like we have a good connection with our customers with DIY projects and things like that. So we wanted to get into some art products, and that was our kind of our general scheme there.
That's so interesting because we did a color along with another company, another colored pencil, a company that makes colored pencils, and their colored pencils were their very first product. They made totally other things besides coloring supplies, and
Yep.
It was interesting how they jumped right into that and really thought that it was a really good niche, and they've done very, very well. So, I mean, why not, right? It's definitely there's definitely a market for it, and the supplies are there. And people always want to just keep getting more stuff to color with.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
my list is long. My list. Well, and every time I turn around, there's more and more products being created. So, there's just so many of them. It's unbelievable. So I always joke that I want to have colored pencils with my name on them, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that. Let's see. Don't like working with markers. No, Trisha, a lot of people don't. I love a colored pencil, but when it comes to markers, I prefer a brush marker because I like the feel of it in my hand. I like that it acts like a paintbrush, and I'm just used to having a paintbrush in my hand. I can do letters with a paintbrush, so I feel really comfortable with a tiny brush in my hand. Bonnie was asking, do they bleed through? They do bleed through, and yes, you can blend them, and I'm going to do some more blending as we get going on here. I'm just going to give these lines this, the orange color, Alexandria. So Ryan, where else are you advertising these? What are you guys? Have you been sharing them on different coloring groups? What kind of feedback are you getting from them?
Yeah, so we've actually reached out to a lot of different artist groups, and I've done some little posts on our own page over on Facebook at New Tech, just of some other users using them, and some tips here and there. So we've definitely gotten a lot of likes, a lot of comments and questions, because this is not something that everybody sees when it comes to watercolors. So I think the feedback has been really good. I also want to add that we could definitely do some more sponsorships going forward and do some more giveaways if anyone else is interested, or maybe you're seeing this live broadcast at a later date. We could definitely do a giveaway for anyone else who might be interested. So feel free to message me, even if you want a discount or something like that on the Amazon page. We're always willing to give out discounts to people who are interested in giving these a try for the first time. So.
Wow. So, and do we have a discount coupon for everyone that's here tonight? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. So we can announce that whenever we're ready. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to have it just one code, so everyone will have their own code. There's not a whole lot of people in here, so I think it's pretty easy to manage.
Wow, everyone's going to have their own code. So what we could really do is just kind of, we can reply to each person, I guess. Is that, how can we do that? Can we reply to each person?
Feel free, just shoot me a message and I'll reply with the code. I have everything here in a text document, so it's just a matter of copy and pasting.
So Ryan is ready to be flooded with text messages and messing with Facebook. You're brave, Ryan, because I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, make it turn off.
Yep.
No, I'm very open, and everyone here will attest to that, as I'm very open to messages and to chatting with everyone that follows my coloring books. All right, so Ryan has made the offer here to go ahead and blast him with messages, with the Facebook message him, and he will message you back with a discount code for Amazon. And what I will say about that is I know that somebody's going to say to me, Ann Manera, how come you don't have discount codes on Amazon for your coloring book? So I'm going to answer this question before somebody asks me that, because I know that they're thinking this. And the reason why I don't have that is because I am not a company that sends my product to Amazon and then Amazon fulfills my product. So you send your product to Amazon, correct, Ryan? And then they fill it.
Correct.
Yeah. So I don't, my coloring books are sent to Amazon from the publisher, and they're print on demand, so I don't have to have inventory. So I'm not sending them 1,000 books and hoping and praying and crossing my fingers that they'll sell. So that's a good part for me anyway. And then, Ryan, you should comment so they can message you. They want to know who they should message. So if you could put your name in that comment. So that's why I can't do that. But I do have the ability to give out discount codes on my own website. So on my website right now, until tomorrow, tomorrow. Is tomorrow October 15th? I feel like I'm rushing time. Tomorrow's October 13th. The 15th is Sunday. So until October 15th, I have a 20% off coupon on my website with code Mayflower. So here he is. Message me on this page or here at New Tech Innovations. So Ryan is commenting there. So I can offer discounts on my own website, and I now offer hard copy books on my website. So with free shipping. I had a lot of people buying, Ryan, buying my books on Amazon from third-party sellers. And I was getting very frustrated because when my books are sold through a third-party seller, my profit is like 25% of what it would normally be. So I was really kind of getting a little frustrated, and people were doing that because they didn't have Amazon Prime, which really surprised me. But it is expensive. It's $100 a year, so it is a little pricey. And they were doing that because they were getting the books that had the free shipping, and they didn't care if they had to wait more than 2 days. So I finally said, why am I letting them do this? I'm just going to be my own third-party seller. Go to my website, buy the book there, and I just drop ship it from the publisher. And I was able to offer free shipping. So I decided to do it that way. So a lot of people were thrilled that they could just buy it directly from me. It's not coming right from my hands. It's coming from the publisher. Can't find Ryan to message him for the discount code. I'm going to put his name up above here. Maybe the comment's getting buried. Do you see that now, Suzanne? Suzanne won a really good giveaway last year. Right, Suzanne? I had a huge, it was a big giveaway that we had from a sponsor last Christmas. And Suzanne won that. Kind of strange how I remember the people that win. Can you still hear me, Ryan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There was this weird...
I switch over to the actual post. So
okay.
For a little while.
Oh, all right. Okay. No, there was a click. I've had some tech issues today, so I don't know what's happening. Some slow things going on. I have a lot running right now. Phone, 2 computers, iPad.
Yep.
Somebody else is watching TV on using Amazon Prime with the Wi-Fi, so I don't know. We try to push Fios, but I should have Fios as my co-host. A lot of times I have a different co-host that has nothing at all to do with coloring. So just to kind of keep things interesting and fresh, I guess. Thank you, Daisy. Tried typing in his name, but I don't know which one he is. Well, there's a picture below, right below that comment, Suzanne. Right below, his name is in the comments here. So see if you can search his name there. That is very, very generous of Ryan to do this, especially the way you're doing it, Ryan, because you're taking that personal attention to each person, which is incredible. Whenever someone buys something on my website, I pick up the phone and I call them up on the phone and thank them for their order. I don't know if Barbara's here. Barbara Roberts, are you still here? Hey, Jill. Jill is saying, so how can I reach Ryan? Just join the video. You can, his name is Ryan Donahue. Donahue, D-O-N-O-H-U-E. And he is commented on this thread. So look through the thread. You have to go to the main comments, not on the live. Click his name and send him a PM. Thank you, Cassie. Cassie's giving us some instructions. Whew, it's tough, isn't it? It's hard to try to figure out what to do. So I'm going to go with this yellow color, and what I'm going to do here is just kind of do this yellow here in the background, and then I'm going to go back over this yellow with another color, because I really think that the yellow, laying the yellow down first, really makes the color that you put on top of it really pop. A lot of people use a highlighter in this fashion, where they take a highlighter in the color of yellow, and they put yellow highlighter first. And I always wondered why they did that. But I'll tell you, it really kind of makes everything really stand out. And I'm going to just go back over it with another color. So I'm going to go over it with a blue, and the blue should make green. Let's hope that it makes a good enough green that it's going to be different, and it is. Just wanted it to be different than the green that was there. So there is my green that I blended. So not only do they blend, but they mix. So these mix well also. And then let's go back over to here. See how it's just, there's that blue? So really definitely mixing. The other thing that these markers do, which is really kind of neat, is that they give sort of a texture. And what I think I'll do is when I get up to those circles that are up top, I think I'll use that texture on there. Because, see, you can kind of see a little bit as I'm using this. You don't have to always fill it in solid. People think that you just have to do a solid color or a solid fill when you're coloring. But that's not really true. I just got my code. Devon said she's got a code. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, hey, Holly. The colors are definitely popping out. And I think that it really is a very vivid color. And it definitely is vivid enough that you can see the definite difference. So Ryan is quiet because he is typing away.
I'm typing away over here.
You are. You're typing away. You are message, message, message. You know, sometimes I get stressed out when I see too many messages on my phone. It's just, I don't know. And I have a, and then the other thing is, if you have it, I don't have the sound on after 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. So if you message me, I don't hear anything. I don't know why I picked those times. I should pick something different. Maybe I should, like, back it up to, like, 5 o'clock p.m. or something. What do you do differently to mix versus blend? Well, the biggest difference between mixing versus blending is that I'm going to use this purple color. So let's see. For this one, for example, I'm going to, let's blend this purple with this pink. And when you blend something, you don't want to see the line between the two. Let me show you, for example, on this, with this pen. So if this was the circle that I'm blending in, and let's imagine that there's a line down the middle. And what you want to do is this side would be one color, and then this side would be another color. And then in between here is really where you would kind of get the two of them to blend together. So it's a seamless transition between the two. In my color pencil techniques class, we go over this in detail. And if you took a look at some of the results of some of the people that took that class, they are fantastic. So, there's a lot of Ryan Donahues. There are a lot of Ryan Donahues. As a matter of fact, I know a Ryan Donahue. He's my dog's vet. So I said, watch me message the vet instead of the New Tech. All right, so I've got these two colors there. See that, Anna? And now I'm blending the two. So I want that to kind of be a seamless transition. So I'm going to add a little bit more, a little darker pink there, so it can kind of be a seamless transition because that was too light of a pink. So let's try it with this one. We'll try this color here. We've got that darker pink. And then we've got a lighter pink here. And you want that seamless transition. So if I just keep going over that, where the transition is, see that? Now we don't really have a line there. You don't see the definition between the two of them. You don't see the difference. What I did for these, for this blade of grass, I don't know if you were here watching us or not, Anna, but this was an example of a blend where I started with yellow behind it, and then I went to light green here at the top, and then with a darker green at the bottom, I blended up. So you don't see the difference. You can see that it goes from dark green to light green, but I don't really think you see an actual line. So let's play around with these two pinks. And keeping them, not that we have to keep them wet, but you want to really kind of make sure that you work a little fast so that the ink actually does blend. So this is an example of mixing them because we went right on top of each of them. And then this one, I'll just do a blend. That make sense, Anna? I hope so. So if we were to mix them, we would mix it so that it would create a new color. And again, we don't want this to be too definite, but this is a good example of, there's that line, what we don't want. So we can do what we do want and what we don't want to get a better feel for what we want to achieve. So here again, blending it. And then what you could also do too, rather than do half and half, is we could actually do this whole circle that color and then go back in and do this one. The other one is how much do I want to put pressure on this. So similar to when you're using a colored pencil where you would apply heavy pressure for a darker or more opaque area, you want to make sure that you do the same thing with the brush marker, because you do not want to press really hard or press down too much. You want to make sure that you are light, very, very light, like a feather. I mean, brushing up, if you were to brush this up against your hand, you can barely, barely feel it. And I'm just going to kind of play around with these little dots, these little circles, keeping it in the pink family. Ryan is busy typing away. You guys are blasting him with messages. How many did you get so far?
Maybe about 8 or 10, something about that.
Well, that's not bad. Everyone loves a coupon.
Yeah.
So that's a good deal, because if you've got Amazon Prime, you'll be able to get free shipping also.
Just finishing up the last message right now to Jill.
So the giveaway is until tomorrow, you guys. Until noon Eastern time, you can go over and enter to win a set of these. And this set, let's see the packaging again for those of you that joined us a little bit late. It's got, we have 20 watercolor brush pens and a bonus water brush where you would fill this with water inside it to kind of continue to blend. But this is really a good example of what they're capable of doing. Right here on this packaging is a really, really good example. And I would be interested to see how these would really work on true watercolor paper, because I think it would give you that blend. This kind of reminds me of the ink blot test. So I think that I think that they're probably one of the better ones that I've used. And I have a set from a couple of different companies that I'm doing a giveaway actually coming up over the next couple of weeks with brush markers. We'll have them Saturday for a fun weekend. Did you order? Yvonne just ordered a set. Yvonne said, I'm not waiting for this giveaway business. I'm just going to order a set. Yvonne said, why bother? Right, Yvonne? She's going to have them for Saturday so she can have a fun weekend. I love how our weekends are planned on coloring. Isn't it awesome? So I've got this, this is another type of orange color, which is similar. There's maybe like 3 different ones, I guess, that are similar in color. And I'm going to go, let's put it on these little doodads here, these little doodles. These would have been cool for the doodle class, don't you think, Yvonne? We did a doodle class on Tuesday, and I think it would have been fun to color our doodles with these. So, did you order a set just for yourself, Yvonne, or did you order a set for Peyton too? We can't leave Peyton out. She must think that going to her grandmother's house is like the coolest thing ever. I have a lot of kids that follow my coloring books, Ryan. Kind of like the age of, like, I don't know, 7 to 12 years old, I guess. So there's a lot of kids that follow, which doesn't really happen very often in the adult coloring book world, because some of them are much too intricate, but there's definitely we have a lot of kids. Hey, Melody, cool to win with love coloring. Yeah, can't find him. You can't find him, Bonnie? Yvonne, it's okay. I would have ordered them just for myself, too. Why not? Okay, so I've got this, this is a deeper blue color. It's almost like a darker blue. And let's go behind, I'm actually going to leave this section white, but I'm going to go behind this little, it's kind of like a fence up here. And what I'd like to do is try to treat it like a texture if I could, but I don't know if that area is going to allow me to do that. Just kind of leaning it on its side. There's the difference between a brush marker and a regular marker, is that you can, you don't have to hold it perpendicular to the page, but rather you can just hold it kind of on an angle and still achieve the same results because you're holding it really like a paintbrush. Yvonne, we should use these for a painting class. I teach a painting class on Saturday mornings, Ryan, and these would be fun to try for our painting class rather than acrylics. So Barbara Roberts, Holly Van Doren, and Bonnie Hughes are saying that they can't find, they cannot find how to message Ryan. But Yvonne is saying to go to New Tech Innovations page, and he says that he's resetting his microphone, and that's why we cannot hear him. Okay, so that's okay. So I'll just keep talking. Yeah, it would be fun, wouldn't it? It would be really cool. I would say that I have these smaller canvases, Yvonne, and these would be really cool to play with. Look at that. Just kind of, this is these canvases. I'm going to have to play with this. I'm going to have to just paint for my own fun, you know? It's always fun to paint on with the Saturday group anyway. So, if you guys haven't checked out the painting classes, we have another session that begins on October 21st, and I'm going to tell you, if you are someone that really would like to create or make your own Christmas presents rather than buying something, I think this class is a good class to do that with, because the paintings that I have picked for that class would make awesome gifts. Watercolor brush class would be fun. Wouldn't it, Kristen? I agree. I'm going to have to put it together. I have two more. I have another class I actually need to put together. I'm going to be getting together with, working together with 2 other coloring book artists. And we are going to, there goes Scarlett. We're going to I'm going to do a coloring class for these 2 other artists using their pages from their books. Totally different than any of my books. So we're going to kind of do a cross promotion like that. So that should be kind of fun. And I don't want to say who it is yet. Scarlett thinks she's going to blab. But you know, every night, I'm going to tell you, it's 8:45, every night at 8:45, there's someone outside my window talking. And Scarlett doesn't like it. Scarlett, it's okay, my friend. So, I don't want to say who the other artist is because we have not finalized everything, but 2 other artists are going to do this. We're going to figure out how we can do this. It'll be kind of fun. But yeah, I definitely think a watercolor brush marker class. So Ryan is busy. We've gotten Ryan to the point where he isn't even speaking because he is typing away and getting out all of those coupons to all of you. Yeah, I think it'd be a fun collaboration. It's tough to do collaborations with other artists, I have to tell you, because I'm gonna chuckle as I say this, but one of the reasons is because they don't move fast enough for me, and I want to get it done quick, you know. All right, look, I'm doing this texture thing, so see how lightly that's coming on there. All right, and what's happening is the actual brush is showing through. So I've got this right here. I'm saying, what the heck is this? Who drew this page? That created this? What the heck do they mean by this section? Sometimes I color my own stuff, and I do think that, you know. So if you guys think that while you're coloring my pages and you're thinking, what the heck is this supposed to be? It's okay, because I think the same thing. All right, so you've got a bigger area here, and just kind of giving it a little bit of texture. Kind of like what we did in the doodle class. Remember, we did that kind of texture. There we go. This really kind of gives an example. See that? Right there. That's okay. It doesn't have to be total solid color. Look at that. It's really kind of picking up the brush there. How nice of him, very generous of him. Exactly, it is very nice of him to give away to do that coupon, because we always love a coupon on Amazon. I wish I could do coupons on Amazon. Sometimes I can do it when Amazon, I bet there'll be one for the holidays. Sometimes Amazon does it for the holidays. All right, so let's put another color on top of this. I use that light blue. Now let's see what will happen. We'll test it out if I use this color here in with this. So kind of just a little bit of a texture of different color. You know what would look good colored with these? The pumpkin pages that I have. Those would look awesome. I think they would look cool. I need to finish working on my color by number book. Somebody asked me tonight, actually, that a friend of mine, that I didn't even know he colored, and he asked me if I had color by number books. Apparently, he's hooked on them. So when I told him I was doing one, I was working on one, he was thrilled. It was kind of funny, actually. Fancy, isn't it fancy, Kristen? It's fancy schmancy. I'd probably do a third color here. I mean, it could look sloppy, but not really. Bonnie, did you go to the actual Facebook page? We need to get Bonnie the information. But you know what? Ryan, I'm going to speak for Ryan. I know he's not, his microphone is turned off right now. But I will say this, that we will, you can still message him after this. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So, it's not a big deal if you can't get it before we finish tonight, Bonnie. And I'll make sure that he gets you a code. So don't fret, Bonnie. We'll hook you up. We'll hook you up. So I'm just using this brown color. I love the color brown.
And you think you can hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Bonnie was... Go ahead.
I tried not to hang up while we were in the middle of this, but I think I got it.
Okay, so Bonnie was just saying that she was still having trouble. Bonnie Hughes. Bonnie Miller got her code, but Bonnie Hughes is saying that she was still having trouble messaging you, and I told her that if she didn't get to it before we finished tonight, that I would make sure that I got in touch with you so you can get her code.
Yes, I'll reach out to her right now.
Okay, so it's Bonnie Extron Hughes who's listed here. And Bonnie, he is going to send you a code. So we've got this page. I'm pretty much just about to finish here with this little brown fence. I'm going to leave some white in here. I'm going to leave some white going across here. The only thing I'm going to do here is maybe add another color. I think I'll add this green color because I've been eyeballing this color. Oh, this is kind of like an ochre color. This isn't even green. This is more of like an ochre, which, let's go for it. Oh, I love it. Love that color combination. So it's almost like a gold. Would you consider this gold, Ryan?
I think it's more of a yellow brownish.
Really? People tell me I see color different. I don't know. I'm always having that argument with a couple of people in my life. Green looks purple to them. Gray looks green. I don't know. Yeah, this is a, it's more like a yellowy brown, I guess. Ochre, I guess you could call it. Hey, Elizabeth. What kind of pen is that, and what's the code for? Oh, Stacy. Stacy, tonight I am coloring with these watercolor brush pens by New Tech Innovations. And I have Ryan Donahue with me as my co-host. And he is passing out a discount code for these pens to purchase, for you to purchase on Amazon with the discount code. How long is the code good for, Ryan?
It's good for 24 hours.
Oh, it's good for 24 hours. So we have a giveaway that's happening. The giveaway ends by noon tomorrow, noon Eastern. I feel like we're in a Western. But by noon Eastern, you can enter the giveaway, and then I will announce the winner by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So I guess I should announce it a little bit before that, so that people can go ahead and buy them, right? Let's announce it at I'll announce it at 7 o'clock. And how long, so is the code going to be good till 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to announce it at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So this way, if you did not win, then you can go ahead and use your code by 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Carol's saying it looks like brownish from my view. It kind of does look a little brownish. It does look a little brownish. I will tell you, it is not the actual color. I'm surprised that this is the only marker, Ryan, that is not the same color as what is on the end of the pen.
Huh, okay. Right.
It's okay, right? I've been pretty good about, I know I would never color with, if I didn't like a product, I wouldn't color with it. So, put it that way. I would never. Could you imagine someone colored with something and they said, these are horrible? No, these are really good, actually. That would be awful. I would never even do that. Yeah, that would be terrible. That would be terrible. It's like that, there's this woman that does these reviews. She's in England, and I think she's called a brutally honest reviewer. She just really rips the product apart that she reviews, and she does a video review. But let me tell you, she is hysterical. So, and she... It's, you know, good press is bad press is as good as good press, and she really is a good example of that. She's more of a comedy type thing, though. Melody Bradbury Miller is saying you've never seen my page before. Well, I'm glad that you found us. How did you find us? How did you find this page tonight? I do live color-alongs every Monday morning at 10 a.m., and every once in a while I'll throw one in the evening. Or a lot of times, and every once in a while, I'll have a co-host with a giveaway. Tonight, I have, this is a giveaway. She swears. Yvonne knows who she is. Isn't she funny, Yvonne? She does swear. She's very, she's not G-rated at all. So, yeah, she's hysterical, actually. Just scrolling on Facebook. Wow. Pretty cool. My Facebook page is less than 40 likes away from 4,000 likes. And they say that something magical happens, I hear from other artists, when you hit 4,000 likes. I guess maybe, I don't know what happens, but help me experience what that magic is supposed to be. Because I have less than 40 likes, and it's been like the hardest, since I hit 3,900, this has been like the hardest way to get, it's been really difficult to get people to like my page. I don't know what happened. Like the last 100 were just like, oh my God, is it ever going to happen? Okay, Christina's here. How do you enter the giveaway? It's in the pin post, Jill. The pin post is a link to head over to my website, and you can enter the giveaway. Okay, so let's wrap up here. Let's see. We've colored with these watercolor brush pens. What else can you do? Would you like to add anything else, Ryan?
I think we covered everything. I'll drop a comment of all the different colors that are included in it.
Okay.
That we have listed. And I'll also post the Amazon page as well.
Okay, good. And so when you purchase this 20 pack, it comes with 20 markers plus a water brush. And then it also comes with these 2 cardstock postcards that are watercolor cardstock. Those are tucked in. Also comes with a PDF of an instruction manual that gets emailed to you. And the other thing that gets emailed to you is a coloring book, actually, a PDF coloring book of 30 pages. Ryan and I have been going back and forth about, I'm going to say it right here, Ryan, because I am willing to do some sort of coloring pages to add to these, if we can still do that. Can we still do that, Ryan?
Yeah, I think we could start doing that with some of the new customers.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, and I'll get in touch over the next couple of days, figure out what kind of package we can put together. Hey, Nicole. Nicole is Peyton's mom. Peyton is one of my my little kid followers that follows my coloring books and watches my color-alongs, and one of my biggest followers, one of my favorite followers. Good of you to join us, Nicole. And how much on a very limited budget? Disabled coloring is good for me. How much are these if you were to just purchase them?
Without the discount code, they're $21.97.
Oh, that's not bad. That's actually a very good price.
No, definitely not. There's definitely some out there that are in the $30 range or so. So we tried to keep them pretty reasonable for everybody.
Cool. Yeah, these are definitely, that's definitely reasonable. You know, like kind of, when you look at like a $20, that's like a $20. When it's $20, it's not that bad. Hi, Peyton. I didn't realize, yeah, Peyton's here too. Hey, Peyton. Peyton, I need to get in touch with you and your mom because I'm going to do fundraisers for schools for with coloring books and see if anybody, if you do any fundraisers at your school. I'm going to start doing fundraisers at schools and offering them schools, sports teams, different type of organizations. So we'll definitely enter the giveaway, Melody, and definitely enter the giveaway. So hopefully this was a good demonstration of these brush markers. I love them. I really like how they blend. I like how the tip is. So I will definitely keep them in mind for a coloring techniques class. I think it would be awesome. So thanks for joining me tonight, Ryan. This has been a lot of fun. And if you're interested in doing another one before the holidays, then definitely let me know.
Yes, and thank you, Ann. We're definitely interested in doing that. Like I said before, anybody that's interested in purchasing these or trying them out for the first time, just message me and we'll shoot you a coupon. And we could definitely do some more giveaways and get the word out there about these watercolor pens.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So Stacy's asking, how do you get the code? Stacy Lynn is the person who's looking for a code, Ryan. If you could reach out to her and get her a code. Stacy, he's going to get you a code. So, thanks for joining me, everyone. This was a fun color along. My next color along is on Monday, the 16th, and it's at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be coloring a grayscale coloring page from Color Along Volume 6. Be sure to check out my Facebook page, click on events, and you can see the next color alongs that are scheduled for the entire month of October. We do have another color along coming up on October 24th. With another giveaway, which is Sakura. Sakura products will be given away. There'll be Sakura is actually going to be joining me on the phone that night, which is kind of a big deal. And we'll be giving away some jelly rolls and some crayons and some other markers. So we've got that giveaway coming up on October 24th. Thanks so much, Ryan. I will talk to you soon. Okay, thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me, everyone. This was really great of Ryan to do this. I'll talk to you soon, Peyton. Can you get page if no copier? You can still download the page, Melody, and if you have the ability to color digitally, and maybe like I don't know if you can color digitally, you can do that. But the page is on my website, and I'm going to put the link again here. And let me see if I can put the link. Here's the link to the page. So you can go ahead and it's just product/5638. anmanera.com/product/5638. And you can just download that page if you need to. You can color digitally. A lot of people color digitally. Right? Thanks for joining us, Carol. It's good to see you back in action. Okay, everyone. I'm going to take a picture of this page. I'll post it here. And I'll see everyone soon. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a great night.